Welcome Amakhosi Network, welcome to the channel. Today we're going a very light approach. Very light. We're talking about the things that we think have gone well. Or let me not say we, let me say me. The people who I'm going to give a good mention, the things that we feel have done right, the things that are looking positive. This is in the management and everywhere else. And we're gonna try our best to not touch on the bad. We'll leave the bad for another time, but this is a positive video. We need to look at the positives of this season. But before we get into that, please like, comment and subscribe. Click subscribe, please guys, please. It helps the channel grow. But let's get to it. Okay. Positive thing that started off our season is the hiring of Nabi. The hiring of Nabi was both good for us mentally as fans and just good for the energy of the club. Nabi, even though he has not done too great this far, he was a positive reaction from management. Management made a positive, hiring of a coach and his coaching staff. For me, I give praise to management. I give praise to Kaizer Jr., Bobby, and if Jessica was involved, Jessica. So Kaizer Jr., well done on hiring Nabi. Because if Nabi is a project. When I say Nabi is a project, is yes, at this point, he feels underwhelming. But let's say, what do you want to see? Let me ask a very frank question. And this is something I battle with every day. Is what would we want to see? Would we want to see Nabi make the players who we consider not good enough actually play decently, actually have very good games, us actually finishing third, and then Amakhosi down and Bobby saying, Mara, Nabi is fine with this team. This team can push and finish second. Or would we rather Nabi have a bad season and then say it's because the players aren't Kaizer Chiefs material players. So if you don't give me Kaizer Chiefs material players, these players will only get you a top 8 finish, but they won't get you a league title, which will force management to go and into the market and really punch above their weight. And that's where I'm at. I'm at that point where I'm like, I wish Nabi could just win. But at the same time, I'm like, you do know winning sometimes will maybe be at disadvantage when it comes to transfer window. So that's why I'm saying it's positive because Nabi will keep stamping on Amakhosi Jr. to say, I need players to make you guys win. I need players. So positive. Another positive that has come from this season is the young players that have started to pick up their hands. Abo Wandile Duba, Mdusha Balala, Mfundo Vilagazi. These are the boys who have started to pick up their hands. And you know what it showed me? What it showed me is that we have talented youngsters within the Kaizer Chiefs setup. Right now, if we have to be honest, we have a player who plays regularly for Stellenbosch. He just left Chiefs development now, Omega Mdabe. We have 2 players who play regular football at TS Galaxy. They just left the Chiefs development now. They are playing regular football at TS, Puso, and Damani. We have another one who just left Chiefs recently and is already making the Bulukwana City bench in Ramashu. So what I'm trying to say is that the Kaizer Chiefs development is actually producing top quality Betway Premiership players. And now all that we are waiting for as fans are waiting for the players who are going to come to Chiefs, who are going to come out of the development and Chiefs and be the type of player that will elevate Chiefs to like a higher standard. And the reason why I'm giving Duba and these players praise is because of how they've done this mentally. They have fought. They have shown a good fighting spirit. So that's what I like about what they did about this season. So I'm really impressed by that and well done to those players. Another player that I would like to give a mention is, yes, he has not had a great season, but he has definitely saved us from an even worse season. And that is Bruce Vuma. We can say what Bruce Vuma should not be a number 1 keeper at Chiefs. He is a number 3 keeper, in my opinion, at Kaizer Chiefs. I think he should be a number 3 keeper. We should find a number 1. We should find a number 2 if possibly. And I hear this boy Takalani is coming in. So maybe Takalani is actually the future one. But Vuma, if we are saying Vuma is a number 3 keeper, he has done exceptionally well because he has saved us in a lot of games. In the previous game that we played, not the game we lost against Richards Bay, but the Cape Town City one, he literally saved us a point in that game because we were almost going to lose that game and he came up and he saved. So I will not say Vuma is the best keeper and all of that, but based on what the keepers that have been given a chance have been doing, Bruce Vuma has at least assisted us where he could and he has helped the team. So he has done the work of a third choice. And the third choice is to maybe help patch things for a little while and wait for the first team goalkeeper to come back in. But the problem at Chiefs is that the first team goalkeepers, the first 2 keepers ahead of Vuma, have just been up. So anyway, Bruce Vuma, I'll give you a shout out. The player who left us gave us money on top of that, Ditlokwe. Respect to Ditlokwe. Like Ditlokwe was not favoured in his natural position of left centre back. Dudley was favoured, but when given a chance, he took that chance with both hands and he excelled. So, Ditlokwe, thank you for your contribution at Kaizer Chiefs. I am so grateful that you are a Kaizer Chiefs player. You showed me that the one thing that you and Msimango showed me this season, right, is that you guys are really good players. But something just isn't clicking at Chiefs because when you guys are even asked to play outside of your natural positions, you guys actually play decent games. You guys, Msimango right now is having a decent run, like a very good run. But when you think about it, people were almost writing you guys off as if you guys are useless players. But then you show that no, when Chiefs signed you guys were actually solid players. It's just that for whatever reason, the environment at Chiefs didn't allow you to be at your best. So well done to that. The next player I'm going to give a proper shout out to is, I know I already spoke about him, but I want to just give him an individual shout out, and that's to Mfundo Villagas. Not getting a lot of game time, but you have won us games. Like, we have to be honest, I think there are about 3 or 4 games where we have won the games that have your fingerprints on it. Either you scored the goal or you laid the assist. You did well. And I know Mdu Shabalala, I should be saying the same, but at this point, I have to be honest, Mdu has had more of a run in the PSL than Mfundo, which is why I'm giving this praise to Mfundo. So Mdu, there's a certain expectation I'm starting to have for him. And that expectation I'm starting to have for him isn't an unfair one. It's a fair one based on where he should be at this stage. At this stage of his career, there are certain mistakes that I think should be cleaned up a bit more. But anyway, but other than that, Mdu has been doing well. So still, props to him. The next player I'm going to give a big shout out to is Thabo Cele. Thabo Cele has really come into Chiefs and really changed the game. He has really brought something that we last saw with players like Aboyeye Litulunyani. For some people, maybe George Maluleka. But like someone who can really control that midfield and make that midfield their own. At this point, when I talk about the Kaizer Chiefs starting lineup, I can't talk about it without Thabo Cele. And even next season, I don't know how I'll talk about it without Thabo Cele unless they buy like players that are way better than him, which is very unlikely. Because if we do even sign Faisal Saloom somehow, he's going to play with Thabo Cele. Like, that is just the truth of the matter. I don't really want to talk about the January signings because Lollipop, Lilepo, Thabo Cele I have spoken about, but Tashrik and Lollipop. Tashrik got injured, can't really talk too much about that. When he did come in, showed good energy, but no goals. But yeah, we didn't really expect goals from him, to be quite honest. But it's just, it's difficult to watch a striker that can't score. For me, I'm talking about me. Lollipop, look, had a first few good starts to the season, But I haven't been too impressed about what has been happening so far. But still, positive energy when he came. But you know what? I want to pause the lollipop conversation because I just want to give him till the end of the season because he's still settling into South Africa. You know, that has been our season in a nutshell. And these are the positives that I want to pick up. You guys, please let me know what your positives are this season. What is the good thing? Do you like the playing style? I think the playing style is still a bit flawed because we keep getting beaten defensively in a certain way, even though we are creating chances, which is a definite positive. But creating a chance can't come at the expense of conceding a goal. And I feel like we're at that stage where people are like, Mara, if we score, we can win the game. No. Yes, we can score and we can win 5. But if that other team can still score 4 goals behind that 5, then you know, you are never resting. You're always fighting for your life. So that's what I want to talk about there. But other than that, guys, I think those are the people I want to praise. It hasn't been a great season. We're not going to come here and lie on a public platform. But other than that, thank you to those who have supported the channel. And thank you to those who keep supporting Kaizer Chiefs. The other positive, the last positive I want to mention on this video is the fans. Kaizer Chiefs supporters have been going to stadiums, filling up stadiums, going to stadiums, showing their support for the team. I think the Kaizer Chiefs supporters have been the best thing about this season. I have enjoyed Kaizer Chiefs fans and supporters on Spaces. I have enjoyed you guys on the comment section on my channel, on Mpilo's channel, on all channel football channel fans way to all of. I've enjoyed your comments and your banter. I've enjoyed all of that and having fun. But I think the stadium, you know, I went to the stadium this season just to watch one of the games. And the one thing I have to admit is this. We need to win and get Chiefs fans into the stadium. You know, we are the best supporters in South Africa, and I would even argue Africa. Some would even argue the world. But we have not been existent for the past 10 years. Like, people's kids are going to start supporting Sundowns for reasons they don't even know, just because that's what they've been seeing winning. They won't be supporting us. So we have to get back to winning ways, because in the next 10 to 20 years, Sundowns is going to start gaining supporters that I won't say they don't deserve that, but we can't do a service to ourselves. So Chiefs need to get back to winning ways. And my final shot is this. I've always had this opinion. The only team that I believe can win the title from Sundowns is Kaizer Chiefs. I don't believe Pirates can do it, and I don't believe anyone else can do it. The only other exception would be if Gavin Hunt was given a good team with good players. I believe Gavin Hunt would win, because Gavin Hunt doesn't win with nice football. He wins with statistics. He knows how to statistically get the points, assemble a team and win. Unfortunately, at SuperSport, he has never been given the chance to hold on to his best players. But like Gavin Hunt often says, is that every team that he plays against in the PSL is beating him with his own players. Maseko, Kekana, all of these players are his players that he's just getting beaten on. So that's what I have to say. Amakhosi, I will repeat, Chiefs is the only team that can take the league from Sundowns. And we must not waste time. We must take that league. Amakhosi.